It's your boy Jay Best, your boy Tyrell, your boy Jarek, and welcome back to the Straight to the Point podcast, season 3, episode 38. On today's episode, we're gonna start off with our way too early Super Bowl prediction for next year. And then following that, we're gonna talk hoops, y'all. We're gonna talk about does Jimmy Butler make the Warriors a threat in the playoffs? All right. And following that, are the Lakers a contender? Anthony Davis is already MIA. And then to end this episode, we're gonna do an all-star draft, all right, between us three. Now, speaking of the draft, all right, I'm going to be doing a Lamar Jackson giveaway. As y'all can see, this ugly jersey behind me, all right? It don't fit my background, but I'm just putting it up to let y'all know that it's legit, all right? I'm doing a Lamar Jackson jersey giveaway, and all you have to do is follow my TikTok at Straight to the Point Pod, STR8 to the Point Pod, all right? And comment in this video whoever you think wins the All-Star draft at the end, all right? That's all you got to do. Follow the TikTok and make sure that you comment in the comment section whoever you think wins this All-Star draft we're doing at the end, all right? Before we get into any of this, as always, I want to thank God for waking us up this morning and allowing us to talk about sports, which is something that we love to do. And without him, we would not be here right now. Fellas, y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it. So before we talk hoops, all right, let's go ahead and let's give our way too early Super Bowl prediction for 2026. All right, Jig, you're up.
I have the I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with the Eagles and Bengals. That's I'm gonna go Eagles and Bengals for my early 26 Super Bowl prediction. As much as I would hate to say that I think that the Bengals can make it, but I do think they can. We know Joe Burrow. We know what he can do. We know how talented he is. We know how talented Jamar Chase is. And I feel like even if T. Higgins does end up walking, they will find a replacement for him. And then I think that in the offseason, they're really going to focus on getting a defense. And we know that if they can get a defense, if they can get their defensive side right, they can definitely make some noise. And I think that they can be a threat to the Chiefs and go in there and win and go to the Super Bowl. And then, of course, the Eagles, I mean, it goes out being said, they have the best roster. They're not going to – if they do lose any pieces, they already have replacements or they're going to go and get replacements. We know how good Howie Roseman is. That team's very, very young. A lot of major key pieces are under contracts already. So I don't think that any team in the NFC can compete with the Philadelphia Eagles. So my 2026 Super Bowl prediction is the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right, that's bold coming from a Steelers fan. All right, that's bold. All right, Zyrell, you up.
Yes, sir. So my 2026 Super Bowl prediction is the Detroit Lions versus the Baltimore Ravens. Yes,
What?
sir. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up. Uh, I feel like the Lions are right there, like literally right there. Even though they lost in the divisional to the Commanders, they were right there, man. They dealt with probably the second most injuries in all of the NFL last year. They had basically nobody on the defense, and I feel like the person they lost week 7, like he's an absolute animal. A lot of people forgot about him. His name Aiden Hutchinson. He definitely would have ran off for Defensive Player of the Year this year if he stayed healthy. And getting him back next year, that's definitely going to be big for a playoff run. So I definitely got them winning the NFC. I think Philly's really, really lucky they didn't have to see them. Then going on to the AFC, I think the Baltimore Ravens are pissed off because everybody knows like that was supposed to be a Super Bowl team. They had the best defense. They had who I thought should have been the MVP of the league. Like Lamar, I know Lamar. I know Lamar personally, so I know he's pissed off. I know how eager he is. He's working out right now, trying to get back to that Super Bowl. So I got him running through the AFC next year. A lot of people think Patrick Mahomes is gonna be very resilient and want to come go get a championship again, but nah, Lamar Jackson all day. So that's my Super Bowl prediction. What you thinking, Jay Best?
All right. I actually want to ask you a quick question, real quick. All right, I'm gonna leave Lamar alone. I'm gonna leave that alone because you already know I got questions about that. But with the Lions, losing Ben Johnson and losing Aaron Glenn, you don't think that's gonna be like a big impact on this team?
100%, 100%. Coaches, they're big. They're big when it comes to a team, but for the most part, I say if they could keep this core together, try to bring their main guys back, they could definitely run this back because I don't know. I feel like they just have the best players in the league. Like Jameson Williams, Armand St. Brown, Sam Laporta, those are really good guys. I feel like they could work out in any scheme. Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, those are really good backs. They could work out in any scheme. They have a really good O line. You know what I'm saying? Like these things that like other teams don't have. So I think they'll be good next year. I don't think that'll be a problem at all. I think they're already getting their offensive system and schemes situated right now.
I got you. I respect it. I respect it. All right, but I'm going with the Bills and the Eagles. All right. This is with the Bills. I am hoping that they pull the trigger on this Miles Garrett thing. Because that's what I predicted. I predicted for Miles Garrett to go to the Bills. So I said that Miles Garrett should be approached by the Bills because they don't have that elite star on that D line. They can add that and then get Josh Allen another weapon because that Amari Cooper thing didn't work out to me. Like he didn't really pan out to be this weapon we thought he was going to be for Josh Allen. So if they can add a weapon, right, you're gonna lose some draft picks and get Miles Garrett. Right. So if they can find a nice little steal in the draft, or if they can go sign somebody in free agency, get another weapon. You got James Cook back there. You obviously got Josh Allen. The O line is pretty good. You got Khalil Shakir, but to me, he's not a number one option. And this year he was. Maybe Keon Coleman can make that year two leap into what we thought he was going to be, or at least what I thought he was going to be. Dalton Kincaid spent a lot of time injured this year. He can be healthy. And like I said, defensively, add that pass rush, and I think y'all are right there. I think Miles Garrett would really make y'all Super Bowl contender. Like they already Super Bowl contenders, but getting Miles Garrett puts them over the top. And then in the NFC, the Eagles. Um, Josh Sweat, right? Milton Williams, there's a couple of guys that are free agents coming up, right? Zach Bond. But I just have faith in Howie Roseman that at worst case scenario, this team will be just as good as it was this past year. I don't think it's going to get worse. Right. So and then they also lost Kellen Moore, so we got to see how they replace that. But you still got Jay Hurts, still got AJ Brown, Saquon, Devontae Smith. Like it's just too much. And I do think that the Lions, me personally, I think that Jared Goff is just going to be in the way. Honestly, and there's no shade to Jared Goff, but I think he's going to be in the way. And Ben Johnson, yes, he has the talent around him, but I think Ben Johnson is a really good play caller. So now I think this next decision on who will be the OC, I think that's really going to matter. That's going to be a big decision for this Lions team to try to replicate what they've been doing. I think Jared Goff is limited. So I got the Eagles and the Bills. Jared, you said the Bengals, right? And you know the T Higgins situation is messed up, but you got faith in Joe Burrow, I'm pretty sure, regardless of what happens.
Of course.
Yeah, and then like I said, in the O line, of course, they got to fix that a little bit. But I'm not mad at none of the picks, honestly. Like I said, real, we can have a whole conversation about that Ravens pick, but I'm gonna leave that alone. We go move on to hoops. All right, we gonna leave the NFL to pass a little bit. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna move on. All right. So it was a lot of trades that happened during the trade deadline, right? And this is one trade that I don't think was talked about enough. All right. Jimmy Butler got traded to the Golden State Warriors. So the question, fellas, is does playoff Jimmy equals playoff run for the Warriors? Jay, if you're up.
Finally, get to talk about some basketball, man. I'm excited. All right, so I do think that they can go on a playoff run. I really do. I feel like people are they're overlooking this trade because of what we saw this season from Jimmy Butler. He didn't care in Miami, and players that don't care, they're not going to put out their best effort. And we already know that Jimmy Butler, he's not a regular season kind of guy, so he's not gonna. I'm not gonna say he's not gonna put out his best effort in the regular season, but he doesn't take over and do the things that we see him do in the postseason, in the regular season. That on top of not caring and wanting out, actively speaking out about not the man said he wasn't happy. He said he doesn't think he can find his joy for the game of basketball in Miami anymore. So of course he's not going to play his best. And that's what people are looking at. They're looking at adding him to the Golden State Warriors who are struggling. They're struggling a little bit. And I think that he's going to open things up so much. Like if you really watch the Warriors this season, all eyes have been on Steph Curry. All eyes have been on Steph. First year without Clay. Yes, Clay, people say he's a little washed, but he's still somebody you have to respect. You can't just help off of Clay to help on Steph Curry. You can't do that. And that's things they had in the past. Buddy Hield, he's not really a threat as much as Klay Thompson was. And so you have just Steph Curry being the number one option and everybody's focusing on him. Whenever the ball is in his hands, everybody's gravitating towards him. We'll let these other people shoot. We'll let Draymond get an open pass. We'll live with that. So now that you have Jimmy Butler, you can't necessarily do that. All eyes can't be on Steph because Jimmy Butler, he's a hooper. Okay, if we really look at it, he's a hooper, and especially in the playoffs. Now, I do have a bit of a problem with this team still, I feel like the Warriors still don't have a big to me. Like they try to run this thing where Draymond's the big sometimes, and then sometimes they try to use Kevon Looney, who I think that he's past his days of giving you his best. I really do, and I think that they should have been got you. They tried out Jackson Trice Davis. He's not the guy that you like that you need to really compete with some of these bigs in the West. He's not like Anthony Davis. If he gets healthy and the Mavericks are in the playoffs, if they have to run into Anthony Davis, that's scary for the Warriors. We saw what he did when he was in the Lakers to the Warriors. You have Nikola Jokic. You have bigs that can really be problems for the Golden State Warriors. I've never understood why they haven't actively tried to seek a big man. I don't get it, but I guess it's just their philosophy. But this Jimmy Butler trade is going to make things so much easier on Steph Curry, and it's going to make things easy on him as well, having somebody like Steph. Now all the eyes are on you as well. So I think that it's a great duo, and I do think that they have the pieces now to make a little playoff run. They're not going to go too far because, like I said, you still have some defensive concerns and lack of a big man. But I do think that they're on a good track, knowing that Steph Curry's time in Golden State he doesn't have much time left. So you are that big man away to me, which I feel like after this playoff run, maybe they'll finally see that and get that. But I do think that they can make a little playoff run.
All right, real.
Yes, sir. I 100% agree with Jared. I think they could definitely make a playoff run. It's playoff Jimmy. It's the same Jimmy Butler that we seen drop 40 points in the play-in last year to get Miami into the playoffs. So I think this Warriors team, all they have to do is really get in the playoffs, and Jimmy Butler, he's going to turn into playoff Jimmy, and we all know who Steph Curry is. Steph Curry is going to be that same guy he always is. You know what I'm saying? He's going to step up. And I think one thing that a lot of people aren't talking about, and like nobody's talking about it, and it's crazy, but the Warriors kept Jonathan Kuminga while trading for Jimmy Butler. That's scary. Like that's scary. Jonathan Kuminga is crazy. Like he is probably one of the most athletic players in the NBA. He's finally developing a bag, like developing a true offensive bag. He's developing a jump shot. So I think the Warriors should definitely make a run. Like besides the Thunder and Mavs or like the Nuggets, I can definitely see them beating anybody in the West. So it's all about matchups in the playoffs, and if they get matched up against the right team, they could definitely go and make a run.
All right, so if I'm not mistaken, last year Jimmy Butler did get hurt during that playing game, right? And then he ended up
Mm-hmm.
missing the first series, right? So the last time we saw Jimmy Butler fully healthy in the playoffs, right? He took the team to the finals. And that's a team that when you look at it, bro, I'm not that impressed with Bam Adebayo. I'm not gonna lie. Like as of late, he's been hooping a little bit, but if he's a second option, I'm not that scared of that team, right? Tyler Hero wasn't really Tyler Hero. Right? I think he really started to come along last year and then this year too. So last time we saw playoff Jimmy, he carried his team to the finals, and now you're telling me that he has Steph Curry by his side. Like to me, I'm more scared of playoff Jimmy than I am of Steph Curry. And that's crazy for me to say that because Steph Curry, greatest shooter of all time, right? Top 10 player in the league. To me, that's gonna be their second option in the playoffs. Or it's gonna be their first option. And Jimmy Butler gonna be the second option. Regardless, these are two guys that we know can turn up in the playoffs. We saw Curry do it a couple of years ago when he carried his team to the finals and beat the Celtics, right? So it's scary because in basketball, we all know it's a game of who got the hot hand, right? And we seen Jimmy Butler have the hot hand in the playoffs. We seen Steph Curry have the hot hand anytime. And that is a scary duo, right? You still have Draymond, who, for what it's worth, he's worth something, right? Him being on the court helps that team a lot. Like we don't like the antics, we don't like the things that he do, but he helps that team win. And then I also have faith in Steve Kerr. So I mean, as of right now, looking at it, this team is the 10th seed, right? So they got to kind of pick it up a little bit so they can stay in the play-in. But if they stay in the play-in, I think they'll definitely get into the playoffs. And then, like you said, it comes down to matchups, right? If they go against a team with a really, really good big, then you're going to need a heroic effort from Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry, but it can happen, right? So if this team gets hot in the playoffs, they can beat anybody, I honestly believe, because of playoff Jimmy, because that's real. Playoff Jimmy is real. Like this is a player that in the regular season, I don't even like watching him play in the regular season. Right? I wouldn't even bet on Jimmy Butler in the regular season because he just don't like it don't pick up until the playoffs. I think that this team would definitely make a run with Jimmy Butler, and it's not talked about enough. I think that Luka trade kind of took all the spotlight, right? Because even after the rest of the trades happened, people were still talking about Luka going to the Lakers. So that's how big that was. But this is something that I think definitely this was a really good trade for the Warriors to be able to get a guy like Jimmy Butler. And Jared said like he wasn't impressive in Miami this year because I don't think he was fully bought in. But his first couple games in the Warriors, you see the difference. Like he was not playing like this in Miami. In Miami, he was coasting. Right over here, he's actually hooping. All right. Let's move on to our next question. Speaking of Luca to the Lakers, um, are they contenders? Right. Me and Jerry talked about the trade happening. Right. We kind of talked about what things could look like moving forward for this team. But it's time to answer the real question, bro. Are they contenders? Can they make a run? Kind of like the Warriors question. All right. Bro, I'm gonna let you go first on this.
So anytime you put two superstar first ballot Hall of Famers, two of the best players to ever touch a basketball on the same team, yeah, you're always going to be a championship contender. Always. I'd be a fool to say Luka Doncic and LeBron James. I'd be a fool to say like that team isn't dangerous because, like I was just talking about on the last segment, the playoffs are all about matchups. You could be the first seed and the eighth seed, but if the matchups are wrong, you could be anybody. So I 100% think if the Lakers can definitely be contenders in the West. This is all about who they match up against and just how exactly that team's gonna flow together. Because we only seen two games. The first game looked really good. The second game looked terrible. So we just got to see exactly how this team is gonna flow together. I think Austin Reeves is gonna be a really big part of that. How well he can play off ball to them. So definitely, only time will tell. What about you, Jared?
Okay, so the trade first happened, and I remember telling him all we need, all not we, I'm not a Lakers fan. All the
Oh,
Lakers need no
whoa,
no 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 no. I was thinking because I was talking to you, I got caught up. No, I'm not a Lakers fan at all. No. Okay, so all the Lakers need is to get that big man. You need a big man now that you lost Anthony Davis. And they traded for Mark Williams. Traded Dalton Knecht for Mark Williams. I was a little skeptical at first because like this is a guy that in the beginning of the season we were saying like this is your future. But you know, a little bit of struggles throughout the season. So you traded for Mark Williams. That was very, very scary to me. Very, very scary because Mark Williams, he's more than just a solid big man. He's a nice big man. And playing with two of the greatest facilitators in league history, that's very scary. He's a great lob threat, and he can protect the rim protector, clean glass, all of that. Trade got rescinded. So now looking at this team, it's just a question of are they ready when they run into a team with a big man? That's my only question. Like we saw Jackson Hayes start off the game, and he looked pretty good, but that was against the Utah Jazz. Like is that's the question, and it might just be a thing where it's like, okay, we're gonna let your big man eat, but you have to be able to stop us, stop Luka and LeBron and the rest of the people. But I do think that they are contenders. I really do, and it's just gonna depend on how well can LeBron hold up. We've seen LeBron; he's been playing a great season so far to be in year whatever he is. I don't even know how many years the man been playing. Just keep on playing years. So to be this late in his career, he's really having a great season. And I feel like he can give a little bit more. Like he's giving it in spurts. I feel like there's times where he'll lay back, and there's times where he'll just give out a little weekly reminder that I am LeBron James. I am the king. So him and Luka Doncic, that's a scary duo. And I do think, like you said, Tyrell, that Austin Reed is going to be a big part of this because before there was still a lot of attention on Austin Reeves. But now it's like there's really no attention on you. You're gonna have to become that spot up guy. And when you do get the ball, you're gonna have a lot of one-on-one easier matchups because the other teams have to worry about guarding LeBron and Luka. So now you got to go to work. And I do think that he will go to work. And so I can see the Lakers being contenders. I really can. And there's to me, honestly, with LeBron and Luka, there's no reason why you shouldn't, at the very least, be in the Western Conference Finals. Like that's their floor to me right now. Honestly, if everything plays out the way I think is going to play out, I think that their floor is the Western Conference Finals. there's no reason why they shouldn't be in the finals. That's just my opinion. But I mean, only time will tell. See if this duo is really gonna do great things.
Um, yeah. So I want to start this off by saying that I think something that you and me didn't mention the first time we talked about this trade. Um, I think this trade bought LeBron maybe another year. I think because if we talked about how with Anthony Davis, it's like LeBron wanted him to be that guy, but we know AD was not consistently that guy, right? AD was not taking over like he was supposed to. He did not take, he tried to pass it off to him, right? Trying to pass the torch to him, and AD wouldn't take it. It was like a back and forth thing, but Luka gonna take the torch. Like this is Luka's team now, so I think that LeBron it might have bought him another year because now LeBron don't have to really be that guy every night. He don't, especially we know Luka any given night. We seen the man drop 70 points, right? So we know that Luka gonna give you that kind of ability every single night to put up crazy points, which means LeBron don't have to score that much. I think that this also allows if the Lakers say, you know what, Luka, we need you to be a scorer, just score because we know he can go on a tear at any moment, right? Then this allows LeBron to be more that facilitator type, right? And then that can open up for everybody. Because now you're worried about Luka scoring, right? You're worried about LeBron scoring and facilitating. Then you also got Austin Reeves, right? And then Jackson Hayes, he gonna eat because every time Luka LeBron drive, he gonna be open for a oop because you got to have eyes on them. So I think that it's a good squad, right? And then we'd even bring up how Vanderbilt and Dorian Finney-Smith, their length and their defense, right? You got defense on that side. But we talk about their contender like Real said, it would be crazy for any of us to say they're not contenders because you got Luka and Braun. But I'm just worried about playing Jokic. That's all. That's who I'm worried about. Right? The Thunder are big, but Chet is skinny. Chet is Chet is like, you know what I'm saying? Chet a little flimsy, right? So it don't scare me as much versus a Jokic that can bang with you down there and nobody can. So I was actually watching first take and they brought up the possibility of bringing I think you might have said it too, Jared. The possibility of bringing Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee.
Oh,
Look,
look, you waiting, man.
you just need a body, right? I don't need the White to come average 20 and 10. We don't. Nobody's asking for that, right? You need the White to be able to. Hey, you got 6 fouls, use them, right? Right. When we play against Jokic, use them 6 fouls. JaVale McGee, use them 6 fouls, right? Be that kind of rim protector. Just be that presence. Having a 7-footer on the court, that's just that kind of presence. And they're bigger, right? JaVale and the White are bigger. Versus, like I said, Chet. Tyrell's so offended. Chet, bro. Chet is long, but come on, man. Like, you put your shoulder in his chest, right? He might come on. He might be out for a couple weeks. Like, we know that's how Chet is, right? But I think they are definitely a contender, and there's a route actually to being able to avoid the Nuggets, right? If they finish a certain seed, they can end up being on the opposite side, and they can have OKC and the Nuggets play each other before the Lakers have to see either one of them, right? So if you can get that to line up, that would be perfect, right? Because they will obviously be cheering for OKC to win that series.
Then you'll be playing the Nuggets regardless.
Oh man, so you don't get a Thunder chance to go against the Nuggets.
No, that is baby food down there.
And this last thing I want to say for you, Blue Ball, or y'all can respond to anything. The Lakers this season, this is before, so they beat Utah, right, in Luka's debut, and they just lost to Utah on the second time. But before, so after Luka's debut, through the first 40 games this year for the Lakers, it was 22-18. Right, it was looking like this team just gonna be a first round exit, or they might win a playoff series, but with AD and Bron it's possible, but it just don't look good. But over the last 11 games, mind just after the debut, it's 10-1. Right, defensive rating at 106.2, and that leads the NBA over that span. Right, so JJ Redick has coached this team up to play defense, and AD missed a couple games during that stretch, so it wasn't just AD. So Lakers can play defense. And avoid the Nuggets unless they get a big body, and I'll feel a little better about that. Then I think they'll be just fine. All right. Any rebuttal over there? Can I see Real? You about to swing on us right now?
Nah, you and Jerry just don't know what y'all talking about because like Chet not going for nothing. Like Roy Hachimura, like nah, dead that. Like y'all gotta go get some bodies. Alex Lynn, like nah. Jackson Hayes on Isaiah Hartenstein, nah, like dead that. And then Jared, you said OKC better pray they don't see the Nuggets, but what? Bro, we used to beat the Nuggets with just Chet. So just imagine when we have a big body on him, like a real good big body. Isaiah Hartenstein is a top 10 big in the league. He's like that. Go check the numbers. Check his stats. He do numbers for real, bro.
Them numbers ain't gonna help when you play Yoke, man.
It
That's all
sound
I can
good.
say.
It
You
sound
know,
Bro,
you
good.
here's
know,
the thing. Look,
hey, hey,
Jared,
hey,
go ahead.
is Isaiah Hartenstein a bigger force down low than Rudy Gobert?
Yeah, yes, I think so.
That's
Hey,
valid.
hey, 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 I'm not saying on the defensive side of the ball. I'm saying on the offensive side of the ball because of how dominant he is down there, the automatic double ability, and he's one of the best passers in the league at the center position
That's
for
fine.
sure.
I need some defense though,
He plays
because
defense, bro. Wait, you said defense, bro. Chet is second in the league in blocks. He's the second best defender in the league when it comes
that's
to
gonna help
paint
against
protection,
Nikola Jokic.
bro. He
That's gonna help against Nikola Jokic.
go check the stats. He put belt on Nikola Jokic last year before we had a big.
But think
Chet,
about it,
Chet
bro. The in all defense to Jared, like AD couldn't check Nikola Jokic, right? And AD, I believe, is the best defense outside of Vic, right? Because Vic is freaking 7'11". Like he gonna block shots. You know what I'm saying? But to me, AD is one of the best defensive big men we've ever seen, and Jokic give him work. So you think Chet?
Work
You think
every
Chet going?
time. Work.
So you think Chet going to slow down Jokic?
we got something for him this time. They've been starting Russell Westbrook in that lineup. Let them start Russell Westbrook against us. We're gonna put Chet against him and have
You
Chet
better hope
run the
not.
middle.
You better Russ gonna come there with a chip on his shoulder. You
Ooh,
better hope not.
damn.
Russ gonna come out there. He gonna attack them rims like he used to back when he played for y'all.
Russ gonna come to OKC and get right back on that plane and go home, bro. Cause that's how quick it's gonna be. It's, we don't even play that.
All right, man. Let's go. Let's move on. And I just mentioned AD, right? And AD already MIA. All right. For those of y'all that don't know what that means, I mean missing in action. All right. A big trade happened, right? And we thinking that both teams kind of the Mavericks didn't win the trade because you just got rid of a generational talent. But for the time being, you was thinking, okay, I mean, you got AD, right? AD ain't no scrub, right? AD is somebody, right? And you pair him with Kyrie and Clay, and then you got Dale Gafford and Derek Lively. Like you got bigs over there, you got nice guards. It's okay. I would say it's a good trade. It's okay, right? And then AD debut, he going crazy. Kofi texted me like, "Hey, you see AD with the mask? He hooping right now." I'm like, "For real?" I was at your basketball game, so I couldn't see it. And then next thing I know, I get an alert that he got hurt. And AD said AD lied. He said it's not that serious. It's just nothing serious. It went out for weeks. He's out for weeks. All right. So, Jared, what's your reaction to this?
It's funny to me. It really is because the Mavericks didn't think Luka Doncic was reliable. They questioned if he was really reliable. You traded for somebody who has a history of not being reliable. The best ability is availability. Now, if we was to turn injuries off, which I'm pretty sure every fan wishes we could do, then that trade's solid. But the fact that your reasoning for trading him was because you question his work ethic and you want to know how reliable he is, and you trade for Anthony Davis, who, mind you, yes, over the past couple of years, he's actually been playing a lot of games. Like we used to joke and call him street clothes AD, but he kind of tried to defeat that narrative a little bit. Well, that narrative is back because earlier in the season he was getting hurt a little bit, little knick-knack injuries here and there, and now in the first game he is hurt. That's just kind of like it's rubbing salt in the wound for Mavericks fans. They were kind of starting to get over the emotions of the trade a little bit. AD hooping, we still got Kyrie Irving, and then he goes down and gets hurt. So I feel bad for him. I really do. If you are a Dallas fan in general, like a diehard Dallas person, I feel so bad for you. You have two of the worst GMs in the game. It's terrible. Like it honestly is. And I heard that the man out here getting death threats, and they had to boost up security for him after that trade. It's bad. Dallas needs a reset. They honestly do. But I mean, like you said, the trade would have been like we talk about how they're so dumb for making the trade. The trade would have been nice. But can Anthony Davis give you what you need? And mind you, there's still a lot of the season left. So if he's out for several weeks, are we losing these games that we need to be winning to be in the playoffs? There's no point in trading for him if you're not going to be in the playoffs.
Exactly.
So, hey, man, look, I apologize, Dallas, that y'all have to deal with this mess. But, hey, man, it is what it is.
All right, real.
Yeah, 100%. Dallas had the worst GM of all time, and that was the dumbest trade of all time. I'm gonna keep on saying that every time we bring up Dallas. But yeah, I've been telling Zay Best since last year. I told him Anthony Davis played 70 games last year. He'll never do that again. He'll never ever do that again. He's a very injury prone type player. Even going back to his days in New Orleans, he just can't stay healthy. He just doesn't stay on the court. He could jump up for a rebound and come back, and he's gonna land awkward. He's just that type of guy. He's really clumsy. So him going MIA is really no surprise. I think the Mavs knew what they were getting out of him. They were getting a guy that has a very lengthy his injury history. So, and as Derek said, you only have so many games left. I think we're at like 53 games now. Somewhere around 60% of the games played, and you're gonna be out weeks. You're already in the play in. So how does the next couple weeks look? I know Derek Lively's out. He's gonna be out for the next couple weeks too. Then Daniel Gafford just got another big injury. He's gonna be out for the next couple weeks. So yeah, they have a lot of injuries to that front court we were just talking good about.
Yeah. If any big one against the Mavericks right now, they is
You
he's
better
the
bet they're
problem.
over on points and rebounds.
Right, on points and rebounds on any big going against the Mavericks right now. This is oh man, I can't even think of a team in my lifetime that ever went from the finals hopeful to hopefully we get in the play in 1 year. Like I thought this team could actually run it back. I thought that Klay Thompson addition was the best addition for Luka because it spreads the floor. Right, we always got to worry about Klay at that 3 point line, and Luka gonna do what he does. We got two bigs at the rim that can catch oops. Like they had, and you got I didn't even mention Kyrie Irving. Like that's the crazy part. You got Kyrie Irving too. Like to me, that was the great team, and you blew it up because, like Jake said, you don't like Luka's work ethic. By the way, this got you to the playoffs, right? You don't like the fact that he's hurt, right? I could have sworn he got hurt last year as well because I think he wasn't. No, I think he got hurt during the season sometime last year. Like this isn't new. Luka gets nicked up every now and then. Still took you to the finals last year. So there's no excuse, right? And I told Jared first when the trade happened, I said there is no problem bigger than Luka's talent. We can deal with it. Hey, whatever your problem. Now, like I said, you can't be nothing crazy, but if it's work ethic, bro, if you can go out there and take us to the finals, bro, do what you gotta do. Like do what you do. Um, we talked about back in the day. Did Michael Jordan have a gambling problem, right? While he was playing, right? No,
Hey,
no.
hey, man,
Hear me,
whoa, whoa, whoa. What does that
hear
man
me
do
out.
something like that
Hear
for?
me out. I'm not diminishing him, man. I'm about to say, didn't he have a gambling problem? But he was still winning you championships, right? So who cares, right? I heard around this because it's Luka trade and Larry Bird used to drink beer all the time, right? He won you championships. Like there's some guys where look, you might not have the same work ethic as everybody else, but it's because you don't need to. You're just that guy. You can go out there and do what you do, then go back to go drinking. Go out there, do what you do, go back to go gambling. Right. So to me, there was no reason why you could have traded Luca. But then you trade him for somebody that's injury prone and best believe the first game in the Mavericks uniform, it started out great. All the Mavs fans thinking, oh snap, we might have won this trade, right? We might be able to get us a championship, and he's gone for multiple weeks. So, like I said, they went from finals hopeful to me championship contenders to let's pray we make the play-in tournament. Like that's how bad it's gotten over the past couple weeks since this trade. So this, I think, already is pending as the worst trade of all time. Like if they would have won, if the Mavericks would have won a championship this year, nobody can say it's the worst trade ever because they got a championship out of it, right? But you might not even make the play-in, bro. And if you do make the play-in and AD is still not available, then I would question you winning against the Timberwolves, the Golden State Warriors, or the Suns are fighting for the play-in spot. I think they will make it. Like I'm gonna question you getting out the play-in if AD's not available. So this went from not 0 to 100, went from 100 to 0. That's what this did. All right. But yeah, Nico Harrison, bro, you might as well pack your bags, bro.
Pack them up.
Lead the country because Dallas fans are definitely hot right now. And it's so sad because I knew they had a little bit of hope, just a little bit of hope whenever AD was playing, but then it all went out the door. All right. Anything else y'all want to say about this?
Everybody in Dallas got a 77 jersey.
Everybody.
Everybody.
If,
Everybody.
if I was a Dallas fan, I would have invested so much money into Dallas, like Luka jerseys, the past 5 years.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm thinking we're going to keep this guy like dirt.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Speaking of Dirk, you know Dirk was at Luka's debut game against
Mm-hmm.
the Bears. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Like he really went to Luka's debut game, right? And he just got traded for the Mavs. Like
That's the little
that.
homie. He got to support him. That's the little bro.
You right. Yeah, 100%. I'm saying I rock with it. I'm just saying it's crazy that he actually went to the debut game, and he still. I'm sure Dirk still got his hands on that Dallas Mavericks organization, but he went to go see his little homie in the debut. All right. All right, y'all. Now it's time to do the All-Star draft, something we've been looking forward to all week. All right. Remember, at the end of this draft, make sure y'all comment who y'all think won, and then also go follow my TikTok. You'll be eligible for the Lamar Jackson jersey behind me. All right. So we are in order of the draft. It's gonna be Jared. It's gonna be Real. Then it's going to be me. Jared, go ahead and get us started off. Who's your first pick for the Straight to the Point podcast All-Star draft?
If y'all have ever tuned into the podcast when we talk about basketball, y'all know who I'm a strong advocate for. So I'm gonna take Jason Tatum. That's my first pick. He's an elite scorer. Nothing else needs to be said. I'm taking Jason Tatum.
All right, you heard the man. Jason Tatum is first off the board. Rail, you got the second pick. Who you got?
Yes, sir. I'm glad you took Jason Tatum because I'm going to be going with the MVP of the league, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, sir. Um, the Thunder are going to have their first MVP since 2016, since Russell Westbrook was MVP. And this guy, he's just been getting better every single year. He's just been developing his game every single year, and he dominates on both sides of the floor. And I know he's gonna come to play. So I got Shai Gilgeous, man.
All right, we got Tatum, we got Shea, and we got LeBron James. All right, LeBron James gonna be my first pick in this draft. Look, he's still hooping. Right, we just see in the past month he's been hooping. All right, he's getting better with age. There's no reason why he can't be a top 3 pick in this draft. And honestly, I used to argue that he's a top 5 player. People just look at me like I was crazy on the past couple of years. Like you're crazy. He's old. He's what? No, he's still a top 5 player in this league, and he's proven it night in and night out. All right. So because it's a snake draft, I had the third pick, and now I'm gonna have the first pick, and then we're gonna go back to Real, then back to Jared. All right. So I was thinking about this pick, right, and I could go with arguably one of the best players in the league. But then I thought about it. I watched the Olympics this past summer, and I'm thinking about, man, that duo, LeBron and Curry, that's a problem, right? And Jarek, I've talked to you about Curry, about how I thought he's been looking cheeks this year. I ain't gonna lie. But then over the past couple of weeks, he's been hooping, all right? So he showed me that he's still Chef Curry. I'm going with Steph Curry in my second pick of the draft, all right? Rail, it's on you. Who you got?
Yes, sir. Always fun to see them two playing together. I'm gonna go with the second MVP of the league, the guy who's been just running away with the MVPs the last 4 years, Nikola Jokic. Yes, sir. I'm gonna pair the two international players together. Got one coming from Canada, got one coming from Serbia. Let's go ahead. Let's get it. Get the team MVPs going.
All right, Jared, match us up. Who do you got in the second pick?
All right. So I got 2 picks back to back. All right. We're gonna make this simple. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take Anthony Edwards. That's the next pick. Anthony Edwards. He's very, very explosive player. We know anytime he can get downhill and you will be on a poster. But he's also developed a strong 3 game this year. I've seen him shooting a lot more threes than taking it and getting downhill, which, hey, that's fine by me as long as you're making them. So I'm going to take Anthony Edwards, and I'm going to also get Victor Wembanyama. I should have thought about it. Hey, man, unicorn. That's all I got. Not even unicorn. Man's an alien. Okay, he can do anything on the court. And he's standing at 7'3", 7'4", 7'5", whatever you want to call him. Future of the league. I'm gonna take Victor Wembanyama.
All right, that's a solid pick. All right, he got somebody to match your big a little bit, at least to an extent. All right, but who you going with next?
Yes, sir. Like I said, I'm gonna stick with the team MVPs. I'm gonna go get the guy that got 2 of them. I'm gonna go get the guy that damn near carried this team to the NBA Finals. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak
You can't
from
go with Giannis.
Milwaukee.
He ain't playing. His replacement. Who was his replacement? All right, so y'all announcement. We're not doing Giannis and we're not doing AD. We're doing their replacements.
No, you said that. You said that, bro. I'm gonna neck myself, bro. Cause like the list you sent me, I was just looking at that list. Like I'm not even, bro. I wasn't even thinking about grabbing Giannis. I was thinking about grabbing Victor. I'm sorry, bro.
What do you need Wemby for when you have Nikola Jokic? Quit being selfish,
Yeah,
man.
forgive me, bro.
You
Forgive me.
good? Go ahead.
I will be going with my 3rd pick. Go ahead, bring Kevin Durant to the team. We're gonna bring another long body, a lead scorer, somebody who I feel like is a dominant scorer. And hey, everybody got to get their players taken.
All right. He took Kevin Durant. He finally went with old head, right? Ooh, the bitch started getting a little shaky. Here. Oh man. All right. I'm gonna do this. This is something that I was against for a while, right? I was against the thought of Kyrie and LeBron teaming back up, right? And it's an All-Star game. I know I already got a point guard, right? But it's the All-Star game. I can put Steph at the 2, right, and have him just shooting all night. So I'm gonna go with Kyrie Irving. I'm gonna pair him back up with LeBron James. All right. I think that and Kyrie Irving, for those of y'all that don't know, he is replacing Anthony Davis in the All-Star game. So I'm gonna go with Kyrie. And then since I already got 2 little guards, I think Jared gonna take the other guard. I really, really want. But I'm gonna go with the big. I'm gonna go with Karl Anthony Towns. All right, I'm gonna go with Cat. I gotta get some size in there. I have no bigs right now, so I'm gonna go with Karl Anthony Towns. All right, he been hooping for the Knicks. All right, I don't like his voice. Y'all know he a little, you know.
Chill.
I'm just saying he's being
You
investigation.
can't talk about that. You gotta stop.
There needs to be an investigation. All right.
Chill. Stop it.
All right, real. You up next? What you got?
Yes, sir. So my next pick, I'm going down to. I'm going up to New York. I'm taking Jalen Brunson. I feel like he's been a superstar player every single time he's been on the court since leaving Dallas. And obviously he's been one of the elite scorers. He continuously in top 10 in scoring, and he's just proven dominant. So I bring Jalen Brunson to my team. Gonna be my shooting guard.
All right, Jerry, you up?
Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. I really do. I'm loving this draft right now. So, Jay Best, he's been, this is my brother. We've been, since I was born. He knows me, okay? And he also knows my guys. So every year and during March Madness, I talk about a list of like a few guys. And I really hang my hat on them. This man carried his team then. He's carrying his team now. So with my 4th selection, I'm going to go ahead and take Cade Cunningham.
I knew it.
Hooping. That boy is up there hooping. He has the Detroit Pistons sitting at the 6th seed right now. So that's what we're gonna do. And then with our next pick, let's see.
Starting to get shaky, ain't it?
It's not getting shaky. It's just about what I need. It's about putting together a team that can flow together. So with my next pick, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab. Give me Tyler Hero, man. I need some shooting. I need a certified shooter. Give me Tyler Hero, man.
Solid. That's solid. I like that.
Yes, sir. It's getting kind of cold in here. Y'all feel that? Y'all feel that draft? Feeling like ice tray. Yes, sir. I will be drafting ice tray with my next pick. This guy's been getting disrespected for years. I feel like he could come in here and go get All Star MVP. And I just personally, without that All Star snap, I personally feel like Trae Young is one of the best point guards in the league. Like he's the next coming of Steph Curry, 100%. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Trae Young.
All right. If y'all notice, it's a whole lot of guards in this draft.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't, if y'all ain't noticed, it's a whole lot of guards. I'm gonna go with somebody that I think he's a little forgotten about. I feel like, but my watch still work, and I know who this person, and I know who this person is. All right, I'm going with Dame Dollar. All right, this is to me, bruh. Pairing him with Steph, you got to guard us 90 feet. If we was playing like for real, you got to guard us 90 feet. We can pull it from anywhere, right? I got Steph, I got Dame. Shooting is crazy, and I got LeBron to facilitate. My next pick though, ugh, yeah, this is nasty.
Come on, man. You're showing your ball knowledge right now. You're showing your ball knowledge. Come on.
I am showing my. No, I'm saying like we know who these people are, but bro, I don't really want you on my team. If we being honest, but I'm gonna go with a hooper, man. You know, the All Star game is all about scoring, right? The more scores you have, better chance you have of winning, because there's really no defense played, right? So if I got guys that can take you 1-on-1, then we gonna do it. Um, Actually, man, what am I doing? I'm going with the Finals MVP. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with Jaylen Brown. All right, I don't know why he's still on the board, but I'm going with the Finals, Jared, the Finals MVP. That's what I'm going with.
Don't start.
You
Don't
took you
start.
took you took Robin.
Don't
I got
start.
Batman. Okay.
Don't start. I took Superman.
No,
That's what I took.
no,
Led in every
right.
single stat. Lead the team in every single stat, and you still don't win. That's crazy.
Hey, must mean something, right?
It's cool
Real,
though.
real,
It's cool
real
though.
shit.
We went to this year. It's cool though.
Hey, you took Donovan Mitchell, right? J Best. I will be drafting Donovan Mitchell from Cleveland. It's the reason why they're the number one seed in the East. Um, he's one of the best scorers in the league, one of the best players in the league. And I was looking like, so come on, come to Team Real, let's get it.
All right, Jared,
Oh
what you got?
man. Alrighty. So I'm gonna stay right there with the team that has one of the best records in the NBA. I'm gonna stay right there with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm gonna take Evan Mobley. Tall man, give us some length on the court, get some rebounds, rim protection. That's important. And then what I'm also gonna do, somebody that can throw him some lobs,
Oh
somebody
man.
that's been hooping. The reason why they are in the playoffs right now, I'm gonna take James Harden.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else. Okay.
No, going
Hey,
nowhere else.
where do you
Bringing them
think he
back.
was going? Where do you think he was going?
I thought, don't worry about it. You think pick your player. Don't worry about it.
All right. I'm gonna go grab the first timer and the hometown hero for a lot of these guys in our chat. So our friend Sir Glenn from Houston. That boy been
Hey, do it.
hooping. A lot of people are saying he's the baby Jokic, so we're gonna see about that. Come on, come to Team Real. We're
I
gonna
love
see it.
that
Are
pick.
you
I
on
love I love that pick. He didn't line up with the philosophy over here. He would have been over here. He doesn't line up with the philosophy. I love that pick though.
it?
Oh man. All right. I need size. I just do. To have some kind of paint presence, and this guy is known as a pretty good defender, right? I'm gonna go with Jaren Jackson Jr. I really didn't want to, but kind of running out of names here. We're definitely running out of size. So I'm gonna go with Jaren Jackson Jr. Like I said, I think he's really good paint presence defensively, and then offensively, every now and then he get you a couple buckets, right? I don't think he's the most consistent offensive player, but he's pretty solid, right? I mean, he's in the All Star game crying out loud, so he's pretty nice, all right. Real. Oh, I'm my bad. I got back to back, right? Yeah,
Hey,
I
oh
got back to
man,
back.
huh?
That's my fault. I got back to back. Lord. I told y'all who I'm not drafting. Okay, so one of y'all gonna be left with him. I'm not picking him up, but I'm gonna go. You know what, real? Because you my dog. I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna leave him
Yeah.
alone. All right. I'm gonna
Come
go
on.
with I'm gonna go with Darius Garland. All right. That's what I'm gonna
For
go with.
sure, for sure. That was a great pick.
Darius, that's another person that can facilitate a little bit. And Darius also got a little strap on him. Every now and then he can get hot too. He can hit a couple shots. All right. So Jared, unfortunately, you're left with the scraps. But go ahead,
No
wrap these up.
bet.
Hey, Zebes, you're not lying at all. That boy Darius Garland been hooping. Huge reason why Cleveland in first place, probably behind Aaron Fox, the fastest point guard in the league, for sure, for sure. But for my next pick, I'm gonna go with another first timer. It's the first time OKC had two All Stars since Paul George and Russell Westbrook. The time before that, it was Russell Westbrook and KD, so it felt real good. I'm gonna go ahead and take Jalen Williams from OKC, man. Congratulations on your first All Star game, young blood. Working the team well. Let's get it.
Who that leave you with, Jared?
Wait a minute, guys. I've been keeping up with the picks on my side of the thing. Who drafted Donovan Mitchell?
Me.
Ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody cheating over here.
I missed that. I definitely missed that. I'm mad about it. That's cool though. Cause guess what? Before we started the draft, you was questioning why is he up here. Real just told us he's the 50, 40, 90 guy. That's efficiency.
49, yeah.
Need efficiency on the court. That's fine. Get to the free throw line. Go ahead. Get you some buckets, and then come sit right back next to me because you're not playing that much. But with the final pick of the draft, I'm gonna take Pascal Siakam. Okay, I mean he's in here for a reason because the Pacers have been terrible, but obviously he's been hooping. He's been keeping their head above water as they're trying to sink. So I take him. Hey man, he knows what winning is like. He was on that championship team with Kawhi Leonard. He knows what it's like to win. We're gonna win over here. I'll take him.
All right, that concludes the Straight to the Point podcast All Star Draft. To recap the teams for Jared, the team Jared. All right, you got Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama, Cade Cunningham, Tyler Hero, Evan Mobley, James Harden, and Pascal Siakam. All right, for Team Rail, we got Shea Gilgis, Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson, Trey Young, Donovan Mitchell, Sengun, and Jalen Williams, and then the team J Best. We got the OGs over here. That's we got the OGs. We got LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, Karl Anthony Towns, Damian Lillard, Jalen Brown, Finals MVP by the way, Jaren Jackson Jr. and then Darius Garland. All right, those are the All-Star teams. So, like I said, if you want a chance at this Lamar Jackson jersey, all right, make sure you comment in the comment section below who won the All-Star draft. Then also go follow my TikTok, all right, and then you'll be eligible for this Lamar Jackson jersey. And this offer ends at the end of February, all right. So after the 28th, I'll be announcing the winner, and then we got another jersey giveaway, all right. And then at the end of March, we got another jersey giveaway, all right. This is the season of giving on the Straight to the Point podcast, all right. We're gonna hook y'all up with some jerseys, all right. But that is it for today's episode of the Straight to the Point podcast. From your boy Jay Best, your boy Real, and your boy Jarek. Much love. Y'all stay blessed. We out.